And let's go. What is up, guys? Episode 1123. Yeah, so a shout out to David Feeder. I just seen earlier that he did a video on us. So that's pretty cool. Shout out to David Feeder. Finished watching it in a little bit. But yeah, the word's getting out. You guys are kicking ass. I think we got a couple other people in the feeder actually. Looks like Pulse is just doing his Pulse thing. I'd imagine it's got nowhere to go but up, really. So what's up, Donnie? You got any updates? I seen you were messing with the lottery UI earlier.
Yeah, that's right, man.
What's up, bets in crypto?
Do you want me to share my screen and I can actually show off what we got so far?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. All right, let me drop the stream over to my second screen. Get the...
Of course, Cookie's got it coming into Chillin then.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. Thank you, Cookies. Appreciate it.
Zen is dipping.
Zen is dipping, right?
Oh, dear. All right, so, guys, I'm very happy to share with you guys, with everyone watching today and rewatching the replay, what the lottery and validated NFT UIs are currently looking like in their design phase. So, here goes.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Sammy? How you doing? Good to see you. Sammy said, "What up?" Oh, sorry, I forgot to start the screen share. There we go.
That's all right.
Yeah,
What's
look
up,
at
Sammy?
that. Look at that sexy UI.
Right? So, guys, real quick, I'm going to walk you through how this works at the moment. Of course, what you got to understand is that everything is still subject to design change and alterations until we reach a final product. But, of course, everything that we do here is always going to be in line and aligned with growing the protocol overall. So, first of all, you can see here that we have the GOAT lottery. This is the first part of 2 in the contract which we're building with King Cos. So basically, the GOAT lottery is one that will run on a threshold basis. So what that means is people will be able to buy tickets at a cost of 1 DAI each. And basically, once the pot reaches 1,500 DAI, that is, once there's 1,500 tickets sold, the drawing happens. And so there is 1,000 DAI that gets split between 3 random winners who bought tickets. And the other 500 gets sent to the GOAT pen as GOAT token. And that's very important for a good reason. I'll tell you why after we just cover the second part here. So, yeah, really simple. You just type in as many as you want. Or, if you only want to buy one, fair enough. You just type it in, you hit buy tickets, and away you go. So, there's a little bit more work to do on that part of the UI, but it's pretty well getting there. You can see sort of how it works. Yeah. And then we have the second part of the contract here called the Mega Jackpot. Now, a lot of our community members in planning stages, they actually expressed interest in having somewhat of like a Powerball type thing going on. So we've designed a system where people will be able to pick 5 numbers and then they enter the jackpot. So picking 5 numbers and entering this Mega Jackpot here costs 3 DAI per guess. And if you want to pick your own numbers, that's great. But if you don't want to pick your own numbers, then you can click this random numbers button here, and the UI will generate random numbers for you between 1 and 20. So you put your numbers, you hit enter jackpot, and away you go. If you guess the right numbers when it's drawn, then basically you win the jackpot, whatever that happens to build up to be. Of course, there is a portion of every GOAT lottery round that feeds into this jackpot here as well. So every round that passes through this lottery here, the jackpot gets even bigger, creating more incentive for people to keep playing more and more rounds. We'll have a mechanism here as well, which shows recent winners of the lottery and the jackpot. So, of course, that's bragging rights up there. You get your wallet address and how much you won up there.
Yep.
And then, of course, at the bottom of the page too, we'll have overall stats of the lottery and jackpot contracts as well. So you'll be able to see things like what's the largest the jackpot ever got up to, the most recent winner, the first and last four of their address, how much has totally been
That's
paid
cool.
out by the program, how much has ever been put in, and how many rounds have passed through as well. So these are all stats coming from elsewhere in the page. Keep in mind, this is not a live contract at the moment. It's all filler data. But yeah, that's
Yep.
that's basically the lottery contract in its
That's
current
cool.
design. So yeah, let's move on to the validator NFT page, which I'm sure a lot
Yes.
of you are very
Because
excited about as well.
Vets in Crypto says, I believe many are tuning in for the juicy details. I'll bet you
Yeah,
are.
yeah. All right, excellent. I'm glad you
So,
guys are here. Welcome everybody.
all right.
Shout out to David Feeder. Very
Yeah.
appreciative of the support he's delivering to this ambitious project of ours. So
Yep.
basically, the Validator NFTs is going to be a series run in collaboration with David Feeder, with Sidekick Finance and their platform Jumpstart, and of course with ourselves, the Jump Protocol. The idea is that we will have rounds of 64 NFTs, batches of 64, that is. So each NFT is priced in at 500,000 pulse each. And basically, once we gather 32 million pulse from the NFTs being minted, that's another stake in a validator that we can get running, which obviously produces rewards. Now, of course, the rewards and the rate of which is definitely subject to things like network volume, how many transactions are in a day, whether we get selected for an epoch cycle, and other things like that. But of course, the more NFTs that are sold, the more validator stakes we can get rolling. And of course, then the more those rewards start to come in. So yeah,
Yep.
basically, you guys, when you mint the NFTs, you're likely to be getting an NFT with one of these wonderful goat images that have been generated by the AI from our community. We're going to put those on the NFTs, so you get one of those at random. And yeah, you can have as many NFTs as you want. There's no limit to it. You can mint as many as you like. Obviously, the more NFTs you have, the bigger the cut of all the revenue which you're going to get from the validators when it pushes in. Current distribution plan is that basically when the rewards do come in from the validator, we intend to split it. Look at that. David's messaging me right now. How about that?
That's awesome.
so,
What's up, David?
yeah, basically, the split will be at this stage. It's 80% of all the validator rewards will go into a distro contract for the NFT holders to claim. Obviously, that's your rewards, and that's on a perpetual basis, so long as the stakes keep on running and keep on being created. If there's any downtime, obviously, then there's downtime. But with the legendary feat that is David Feeder, I don't think we're going to be facing much of that at all, if any.
Right.
So with that in mind, yeah, the other 20% is broken as follows. So 15% of that gets sent as GOAT token again to the GOAT pen. And I'll explain why that's so significant in just a second. Like I said, there's a point in the lottery where that's important too. So the other 5 is broken. We're going to send 1% to David Feeder as, just like thanks, dude. Here's a contribution. Here's for, helping out the costs and everything. We're going to send 1% to King Cos for his contributions in engineering the NFTs and that aspect of everything.
Yep.
Then I think we're going to put a portion aside as well, so we can start building up somewhat of like a expenditure treasury for marketing or promos or whatever it is that we need to do. So that way we can obviously put a little money behind expanding the voice and volume and reach of DGen Protocol for everyone. So yeah, like I said, there's no real limit to the rewards. Only it's subject to the rates that the network produces. I do understand that the validator NFTs do have a variable APR or APY or whatever, but of course, it is always going to be that split relative to however much comes in. Whatever comes in is split to that breakdown that I mentioned before, and yeah, it'll just be on continuous deliverance to the NFT holders. So we're very excited about this because what it means is that you don't need to cough up 32 million pulse to get your own stake going, and you certainly don't need to be running your own hardware to be contributing to keeping the greatest decentralized network of all time up and running and further decentralized. So yeah, I mean, it ties 3 great projects together. It supports our favorite chain. I think we're very ready
Yep.
for something like this.
It's gonna be
But
great, man.
yeah,
The support has just been amazing. We really we really appreciate you, David Feeder. I think he's rattling our cages, is he? Or...
Yeah, he's just saying g'day in the round table. Yep. He likes
Oh,
the UI
nice.
that I put
Cool.
together.
Oh, that's badass. Yeah, it's really cool to have the support of a guy like that in the space. Much respect. Much respect. How long will
Based on
it?
today's numbers to break even on the ROI from purchasing the validator NFT? Great question. We don't exactly have any figures at the moment, but that's something we can probably calculate in a brief
Yeah,
discussion with David or by looking at the numbers. So let us get
yeah.
back
This
to you
is
on that one.
we don't have the exact numbers, but we want to lower the border of the
The uh,
the entry
the entry barrier.
entry barrier. That's what I meant. Thank you,
Yeah,
Donnie. Yeah, the entry barrier. So we want everybody to be able to participate in this, and because a lot of people can't afford the equipment or whatever, or they just don't want to. They don't have the knowledge, or they just don't want to deal with it. We just simplify it, and it's yeah, yeah. So 500,000 PLS we think is the best to start out at. But yeah, we'll have the exact numbers and figures, next time we meet with David and Kaz, and we're just excited. This kind of thing, makes us a real like an actual DeFi product, and not just some so, some off the street garbage. It's we put a lot of pride in and a lot of work into this, and a lot of heart into everything we've done for our community. So we're just amazed at the support that we've gotten, and the Hex community. They're all supporting this. The Pulsechain community. We got a lot of people behind us. That's important.
That's
Um,
exactly right.
it's
So, guys, really,
it's
really quick, I
really
just want to
cool.
circle back
We're all
to the
coming
points
together on this.
where I was mentioning that there's feeds that go to the goat pen. Basically, recently, actually, in the last 24 hours, I think it was, David actually did a large live stream where he did some in-depth coverage of both the goat token, the goat
Yeah,
feeder, and actually the contracts behind them. We were watching it before we started the stream here on Telegram.
yeah. I'm gonna go
So
back and
yeah,
finish it after the stream.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're going to go finish watching it. So feel free to join us for a watch party after the stream here in our Telegram
Yeah,
at dgen_protocol. But anyway, yeah. So he was doing some coverage of the contracts, and shit, I forget where I was going with this. I had a good point that I was. That's right, the goat pen contributions. So he was showing about how the feeder works and how people can build up their nest egg in that, and basically. The overall thing about the goat feeder is that when people put money into it, the DAI gets converted into goat token, which sits in the goat pen. And because of the single asset value appreciation of goat, right, with the mint redeem fees and the arbitrage between third party markets, etc., the value builds up by single asset over the time, right? So the idea is that he wants to create a method where, well, we all want to put more goat into that goat pen, because the more times, the more goat that we can have in that pen, that treasury contract,
So Sammy.
then the more collateralized we are overall when people decide to take profits, not just their ROIs from the feeder. That's a really
Yeah.
important aspect of growth for our protocol, is that we need to make sure that we are as collateralized as possible, and the more goat that we have in the goat pen, the easier that job becomes. So that's why we've got these two new peripherals, which we intend to have done by Christmas this year if we can. No promises, but we're going to try our best. Those peripherals are feeding goat directly into that pen. Yeah, we truly believe that this is the way forward, and we're very excited to execute the entire thing.
It sounds amazing to me.
Yep.
Yeah, we're super
Yeah.
excited, and yeah, Sammy, like you said, we're still crunching the final numbers and all that. Next time we meet up with David, we'll get that up. But yeah, um, an average Joe validator makes per month.
I'm
I
not
want to say
sure.
somewhere in the ballpark of like 8,000 a day or something, but we'll have to double check with him. Don't quote me on that, because I did see some validators were like printing like 5,000 daily, and then some were printing like 14,000 or 20,000, but I don't know. I don't know the details. I'm not.
That's in
That's
crypto.
that's something to ask. Old what's his name? David Feeder. Feeder
Yeah,
rocks the feeder. Hashtag Feeder rocks the feeder.
right. So Vets in Crypto also asks, how far out until the mint phase is available to the public for the NFTs? So at this stage,
Yeah.
what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the lottery/jackpot application for us out the door first. That's our November focus, and then we're going to spend December all up until around Christmas time to get the NFT program up and running. So ideally, we want to start that in the early of December, and again, that will be with our friends and partners over at Jumpstart, and that's run by Sidekick Finance. So. Yeah, we'll have more details on that in our Telegram. If you're not already in there, definitely jump in. But yeah, like I said, we're very happy to have you guys on board. Thank you
11
for your
million
interest.
PLS per month. Yeah. See, I don't know. I'm not the expert. Uh, David Feeder is out there. Maybe he can answer that. But I mean, yeah, I'm sure that they're definitely lucrative.
Yep.
You can run so many of them, on one computer. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I can't remember what site we were looking at earlier. It was one of the like the, but it also depends
Uh,
on how you like your
was it
uptime too.
Pulseburn?
Because if was it
Was it Pulseburn or something?
maybe
GoPulse.com. Yeah, GoPulse.com. That's what we were looking at the validators page.
yeah,
Um,
what was Go Pulse, and then what was which validator page? Oh, this right here. But there was one that was like it showed like the daily breakdown of like how much
oh,
they
right.
made,
Um,
how much they
yeah,
made
not
for the
sure.
day. So yeah, it'd be good information to have when we have it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. As soon as we find it, we'll put it together and let you guys know. Absolutely.
Definitely.
But for now, like I said, just make sure you're part of the Telegram and get on board with us there.
Yeah,
And
definitely keep you updated. Like this is just something we want everybody to be aware of, be prepared for, because it's coming and it's coming soon, and it's gonna be cool, because it's going to lower like we said, the barrier of entry to get in, and that means like anybody can participate in the validators, so the validator passive income. So I like it, and it's going to feed the feeder.
that's right.
Feeder racks the feeder.
Yeah, passive income and
Yeah.
compound interest are the eighth and ninth greatest wonders of the world.
Right. Yeah. Barack has that website. I can't find it in my history. Oh
Yeah.
wait, here it is. Is this it? I think this is it. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. So I found this one.
Mm.
It's like the
Okay. What is this?
yeah.
Income for 1 day, 7 days.
So
Okay.
yeah, this
So
is a
about
validator. So 59. Yeah, 5,900 for this one. 5,700 for this one. But see over here, it's got like negative numbers. So that's what maybe
that
David
just means
Feeder
that
could
they went
educate us
offline and
on.
they got so generally if they have negative numbers, what that means is that they went offline or they were out of sync for something and so their balance got slashed or whatever for whatever reason. If you fall out of sync with the rest of the chain or the validators, um, basically you get somewhat accused of
Makes
producing
sense.
bad blocks, and so your balance gets slashed, and so your earnings do as well. That'd be why they have red numbers there.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love doing stuff like this, especially this community has just been amazing. Like, yeah, ever since like we launched, and we've had so much support, and yeah, I feel like this is a great way to give back for sure,
Yep,
and
absolutely.
do our part to make Pulse Chain even more badass.
Let me grab the lowest number on that list there. Income for 1 day. What's the lowest on there? That would be 5787. Okay, so 5787. Hold on a second. 5787, right? But then let's say that lowest rate is all we get for 30 days solid, right? Means that in that month there'd be 173,000 pulse. So So divide that by 100 and then multiply it by 80 means that there'd be 138,000 pulse going out to the NFT holders, right? That is assuming, and that's only operating on the basis of one stake, you know? I mean, so there'd be 138,000 pulse going out to the users or the holders of the NFTs rather. But then, yeah, basically, let's say we had 2 validators online. Yeah, so it does build up over time. Obviously, the more validator stakes that we have, you know, the more payouts everybody gets. That's what you got to. That's what you got to keep in mind.
Yeah, it's probably going to be like a, you know, it's going to fluctuate from day to day depending on transaction volume and shit like that.
That calculation as well, like I said, is just based off the lowest number I could find in that income 1 day column there. So, like Sammy said, some days it can go nuts and give a massive payout, and so you know, on the days where that might happen, we might end up with some brilliant, you know, rewards for people. But overall, you don't know until you try, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. But anyway, I think we'll cut it right there, Donnie. If anybody ever has any questions, we're always in the voice chat. If for some reason you cannot see the voice chat, if you're in DJ Protocol and you click on it, you come in here. You got to click this 3 little dots right here. All right, and click View as Messages, because sometimes, since we have all these topics in here, there's a bug where it hides it, so you'll never even know the voice chat is there unless you're looking over here at the side, I guess. But maybe you'll see it. Yeah, you can also see that it's going right here in the corner. Little green. We're always in the voice chat. Anytime we have updates, we will update you. And make sure you guys subscribe. We're about to hit 2,000 subscribers, by the way. That's like super awesome. We're actually at, what are we at today? 1,900. 1,997. So thank you so much. This is great. You know, that's a cool little milestone. The sky's the limit from here. Shit, let's get these validators pumping into the goat feeder and see what happens. Let's do it. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out to David Feeder for everything, all the support. And let's get those gains on the Pulsechain, guys.
Yeah.
We'll see you later. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Just BlackSheep and I'm back again. I've come to rock you back and forth and up and down and out the door for sure. I'm chilling with the DJ Protocol. We come to represent and we don't give a shit, cause we're fucking rich on the Pulsechain. You know we're stacking up our gains on the Pulsechain. We got the hookers and cocaines on the Pulsechain. You know we don't give a shit, in the words of Nagapur. Jackpot bitch. Richard Hart is such a pimp, I just wanna be like him. Give me some hotties and a Rolex Calamari and a super hot Ferrari. I'm sorry if I'm a little offensive, but Pulsechain coming through and gonna make us rich on the Pulsechain. You know we're stacking up our gains on the Pulsechain. We got the hookers and cocaines on the Pulsechain. You know we don't give a shit, in the words of Nagapur. Jackpot bitch on the Pulsechain. You know we're stacking up our gains on the Pulsechain. We got the hookers and cocaines on the Pulsechain. You know we don't give a shit, in the words of Nagapur. Jackpot bitch.
That's the BlackSheep token. That's the token I care the least about.